Welcome, everyone. Today, we will explore MadMen through the lenses of organizational psychology and marketing. By analyzing key scenes and characters, we will uncover how personal behavior, leadership dynamics, and workplace conflicts shape professional environments. For instance, Doug Phillips' comment about Neville Chamberlain smoking critiques how personal indulgence can undermine discipline and credibility, reminding us that unhealthy habits weaken workplace trust. In the staircase scene, Don Draper ascends effortlessly while Roger Sterling, after a night of drinking, is left gasping, vomiting, and humiliated in front of a client. This highlights how personal choices impact colleagues and an organization's reputation. Don's composure contrasts sharply with Roger's lack of control, emphasizing that discipline builds credibility and trust. The key takeaway is that personal habits and leadership credibility are closely linked. Leaders set the tone for their workplaces, and even minor behaviors carry significant weight. Strong leaders enhance trust, morale, and their organization's image. We will now discuss Don Draper's response to Pete's blackmail attempt. Pete's attempt to use Don's hidden past for his own career gain marks a critical point in their character development. Pete's readiness to resort to blackmail uncovers his amoral support of power, while Don's composed attitude showcases his mastery over his past and his dominance in the workplace. This confrontation underscores the conflict between personal ambition and ethical conduct, with Don parrying Pete's blackmail with a poised and strategic retort, proclaiming, "This country was built and run by men worse stories than whatever you've imagined here." The interaction further solidifies Don's intricate persona. Don's handling of Pete's blackmail is reflective of essential marketing techniques such as personal control. In marketing, the crafting of an appealing image of a persona is to target audience is crucial, regardless of past failures, scandals, or issues. Don's approach to the blackmail parallels how brands safeguard their image and steer their narrative during potential scandals. Narrative control. The power to control the narrative is pivotal in marketing, especially when addressing competitors. Don's refusal to allow Pete to exploit his past signifies his command over his life's narrative. In a like manner, companies strive to mold the public's view of their brand, often directing the narrative via advertising, public relations, and crisis management. As Don maintains his composure and authority to manage the situation, brands must exude confidence and uniformity to preserve consumer trust, even during vulnerable times. The key takeaways from this episode and the others we've analyzed is personal branding, which is similar to how Don establishes his Don Draper identity and discards his past constraints. Marketers tirelessly work to develop a robust brand identity that connects with consumers. Brands often need to dissociate from previous controversies or failures and present a refined image that attracts their target audience, like Don, who defines himself through his present achievements. Now, Shoko will discuss Peggy and Don's relationship. Thank you. Over to you.
And here is a key scene. The tension between Don and Betty exemplified the conflict between external facade and internal realities. Don up for the facade of the ideal husband and father, while in private he becomes increasingly estranged from his family. This reflects the challenge brands often encounter balancing their identity they present to public with the actual quality of their product or service. Similar to Dawn, companies might project an impeccable image, but the misalignment between the brand's action or values and consumers' expectations for product reality can result in unsatisfied consumers. And our analysis is clear. A company might present itself as socially responsible, Yet if actions such as labor practice or environmental policies are inconsistent with this portrayal, then can undermine its image. This is similar to the disparity between Don's ideal family image and his actual fragmented life. And here's his scene from episode 2, season 2, episode 9. Peggy also discussed with Barbara Stonedraper how if they had been handling the Playtex campaign during conversation, um, Marilyn Monroe's death, they would have how to pull it. This conversation reveals that Peggy's emotional response to Monroe's death aligns more closely with the public feelings, showing her sensitivity to cultural moment. Her ability to immediately grasp the impact such events on advertising demonstrate her understanding of consumer emotions. On the other hand, registering displays indifference to the mourning of Molo's death, showing his disconnect from emotion of everyday consumers. Then Holloway point out Roger's lack of empathy, emphasizing his failure to understand public sentiment. This highlights a key issue in the advertising industry, the inability of male-dominated field to fully comprehend consumer psychology, particularly from a female perspective. This seems to reveal a larger issue within the advertising industry, the gap between the industrial traditional male-dominated structures and the emotional needs of the consumer, especially women. A successful advertising campaign requires a deep understanding of consumer psychology. This includes sensitivity to cultural events and how they resonate with the public. Despite women being portrayed as the primary consumers in shopping, their representation in the advertising industry is nearly non-existent. And this is a lesson. So this scene illustrates the importance of segmentation. In today's diverse society, consumer needs are more valued than ever before. The difference between men and women, as shown in the episode, highlight the necessity of even finer segmentation. Like Peggy, deep understanding of consumer psychology is a key to creating campaigns that stand out in the competitive market. Perhaps they have relationships with many women is to better understand this. Finally, let me summarize the key lessons need to be professional marketer. As Christine mentioned, to succeed in the workplace, it's essential to understand your colleague and build personal brand as a professional. This also applies to product. To make campaigns successful, a strong brand image must be embedded in the mind of consumers. Therefore, deeply understanding the psychology of your target audience can be considered the key to success. This is our presentation. Thank you for watching.